Ever wondered what would happen if an inexperienced youth was given the reins of the sun chariot for a day? The stakes are high, the dangers immense, and the consequences, well, they're fiery. Well, the ancient Greeks answered that question with the tragic tale of Phaethon. Phaethon, a name that means shining one, was the son of the sun god Helios and a mortal woman, Clymene. This young man, straddling the line between mortal and divine, lived his life under the heavy weight of a significant legacy. His father, Helios, was no mere deity. He was the sun god, the celestial entity that lights our world. His mother, Clymene, was a mortal, anchoring him to the earth he inhabited. Phaethon's name, Shining One, was a constant reminder of his divine lineage, a lineage that many doubted due to his mortal mother. This skepticism gnawed at Phaethon, and he yearned to prove his divine heritage, to show that he was indeed Helios's progeny. This desire became an obsession, a driving force that consumed him. He yearned for validation, for acceptance, for proof that he was as much a god as he was a man. And so, Phaethon decided to ask his father for a favor that would prove disastrous. If you're intrigued by Phaethon's story and to learn more about such mythical tales, make sure to hit like and follow us for more captivating videos. Upon reaching his father's palace, Phaethon demanded a gift to prove his lineage. Phaethon, the son of the sun god Helios, had a burning desire to validate his celestial heritage. His journey was not an easy one. He had to cross the vast uncharted lands, face the scorching heat of the desert and the icy chill of the mountains. But his determination was unyielding, his resolve unshakable. He was on a quest to confirm his divine bloodline and to silence the doubters and naysayers. As he approached the glistening palace of his father, his heart pounded with anticipation. He was about to meet the sun god Helios, a deity of immense power and brilliance. The palace was a grand spectacle, a testament to the god's radiant glory. It sparkled with the intensity of 1,000 suns and stood as a beacon of divine majesty. Phaethon, undeterred by the overwhelming grandeur, presented his demand. He wanted a token of acknowledgement, a proof of his divine lineage. A gift that would silence all skepticism and establish his rightful place among the gods. His request was bold, audacious even. But Phaethon was firm in his pursuit. Helios, bound by the sacred rules of hospitality, promised to grant any wish his son desired. It was a promise made without a second thought, a pledge that would later prove to be fateful. Phaethon, seizing the opportunity, made his demand. He wanted to drive the sun chariot, a divine vehicle that carried the sun across the sky. It was a task reserved for Helios alone, a task that required divine strength and control. Helios was taken aback. He tried to dissuade his son, warning him of the perils of his wish. But Phaethon was adamant. He wanted to prove his worth, to show that he was indeed the son of the sun god. Despite his reservations, Helios was bound by his promise. The following day, Phaethon would control the sun chariot. As dawn broke, Phaethon ascended his father's chariot, his heart pounding with excitement and fear. The day was fresh and full of promise, a canvas waiting to be painted with the hues of adventure. The chariot was a marvel, gleaming gold, studded with sparkling gems and drawn by 4 magnificent horses. These were no ordinary steeds. They were the mighty sun horses, born of the union of the east wind and the dawn. They were fiery, wild and untamed, their eyes glowing with an intense heat, their manes flickering like flames. Phaethon, a mere mortal, was about to command these celestial beings. With a deep breath, he gathered his courage and took the reins. The horses, sensing a new hand, a hand that lacked the firm and experienced grip of their regular master, surged forward. The chariot lurched and was suddenly airborne. Phaethon clung to the reins, his knuckles white with the strain. The ride began smoothly enough, with Phaethon marveling at the world from such a lofty height. But soon the horses, realizing they were not being controlled by Apollo, the sun god, but by a novice, began to run wild. They veered off course, racing towards the heavens one moment and plunging towards the earth the next. The chariot, once a symbol of order and predictability, was now an instrument of chaos. Phaethon, his heart thundering in his chest, struggled to control the fiery beasts, but the more he tried to rein them in, the more unruly they became. The chariot swooped dangerously low, and the heat from the sun horses scorched the earth. The land below blistered and burned, rivers evaporated, mountains melted, and forests ignited into wildfires. In his panic, Phaethon pulled the reins too hard, sending the chariot careening into the sky. The The earth, deprived of the sun's warmth, began to freeze. Glaciers formed, rivers turned to ice, and a bitter cold swept across the land. The world was out of balance, subjected to the whims of a chariot ride gone horribly wrong. Phaethon's ride was a thrilling spectacle, but a terrifying reality. It was a stark reminder of the power of the sun, a power that should be wielded with care and respect. The boy, in his youthful arrogance and curiosity, had taken on a responsibility that was beyond him, and the world was paying the price. Down on Earth, people looked up in horror as their world was being destroyed. Crops withered, animals perished, and humans suffered. The chariot ride, which had started as a daring adventure, was now a catastrophic event, a disaster that threatened the very existence of life on Earth. The world was in chaos, and Zeus, the king of gods, had to intervene. The chariot ride had to be stopped, and order had to be restored. But this was a task that required the mightiest of the gods. Zeus was the only one who could put an end to Phaethon's reckless ride. Seeing the world in peril, Zeus took a decisive action. There was no room for hesitation. The king of gods, Zeus, known for his might and his thunderbolts, saw the disaster unfolding. The earth was aflame, oceans were beginning to boil, and the very fabric of creation was at stake, all because of Phaethon, the son of Helios, who had lost control of his father's sun chariot. His arrogance had led him to this point, and now he was a threat to the very existence of the world. Zeus, in his wisdom and power, knew what had to be done. He could not allow the world to burn because of one mortal's hubris. So he reached for his thunderbolt, the weapon that had toppled titans and monsters alike. Its power was immense, its aim unerring, and its purpose clear: to stop Phaethon and save the world. With a thunderous roar that echoed across the heavens, Zeus hurled his thunderbolt. It raced through the sky, a streak of divine energy aimed at the sun chariot. Phaethon, in his terror and confusion, could do nothing but watch as the bolt approached. He was powerless, his dreams of glory reduced to ashes. The impact was cataclysmic. The thunderbolt struck Phaethon, searing through him with divine fire. His screams echoed across the sky, a chilling reminder of his folly. The chariot, now riderless, veered off course, the sun horses finally free from their reckless driver. Phaethon, the Shining One, fell from the sky, his life extinguished in a flash. His body, alight with Zeus's divine fire, plummeted towards the earth. He fell not as a hero, but as a cautionary tale, a stark warning about the dangers of hubris and the consequences of overreaching one's limits. Phaethon's fall marked the end of his disastrous ride, and with it, the world was saved from an untimely end. And so ends the tragic tale of Phaethon. This tale of ancient Greek mythology provides us with an allegory rich in lessons and themes. At its core, it serves as a stern reminder of the perils of hubris. Phaethon, filled with youthful arrogance, sought to command the sun chariot, a responsibility far beyond his capabilities. His audacious act led not only to downfall, but also wreaked havoc on the world, underscoring the catastrophic consequences of overreaching one's bounds. This story also highlights the dire consequences of breaking natural laws. In his reckless pursuit, Phaethon disturbed the delicate balance of nature, leading to disastrous consequences. The sun chariot, in the hands of an inexperienced rider, veered off its course, causing immense damage. This narrative implores us to respect nature's intricate balance and understand the ramifications of tampering with its order. Lastly, the tragic end of Phaethon serves as a poignant reminder of the importance of preparedness when undertaking great responsibilities. Equipped with unbridled ambition but not the necessary skills or wisdom, Phaethon's ill-fated journey ended disaster. His story teaches us that ambition without the requisite competence and readiness can lead to ruin. In conclusion, the story of Phaethon is much more than a tale of a young man's tragic demise. It is a timeless reminder of the importance of humility, respect for nature, and preparedness. It teaches us to understand our limitations and to approach great responsibilities with the necessary caution and preparedness. Next time you see them moving across the sky, remember the tale of Phaethon, a cautionary tale that reminds us to respect our limitations and the natural order things. And as we come to the end of this narrative, consider sharing this story and its lessons with your friends and family. Hit that share button and let's spread these timeless teachings.